need sunglasses?
No, I think I'm fine.
I got a pair right here.
Oh, cool. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. But you are looking at what was the name?
Estrada?
No. Estrada.
Yeah, from
I
Chips.
was thinking Biden. That's the look.
Biden, that's a Biden look? Yeah, the big black aviators. That counts, I guess.
Are we recording right now?
Welcome back, party people.
Oh, shit.
Welcome back. Vegas.
On the road with BP.
Out.
Our
Bear here.
annual Vegas trip.
It's early this year.
I believe Jake has made it to all of them except one.
I missed two of them, actually.
All right.
So this is, and I don't mean this as like hyperbole or whatever. This is actually our 20th year straight
That's awesome.
going to Vegas.
I thought it was 21st.
Well, I can't forget how much older you are than everybody else. But no, this is our 20th year straight. And I've missed, in those 20 years, I've missed two.
I've missed two as well.
And one was when I had spinal surgery, and one was for the birth of my daughter. Because her birthday is right around when we go, and there was no way I was getting.
What about when you burst your O-ring?
No, that was in Vegas. And that was actually on the way back. So we're on that forlorn, long, dusty road between
some highway.
Phoenix and Vegas. Literally rough road, signs along the way. We were just talking about dusting off a classic. I'm pretty sure that was Metallica.
It's Pupsy.
Is
Got a
it?
special guest, Jake.
Turn the
A special guest, the 13th Warrior Nick over here.
I will say that the only reason why he's in the shotgun is because he's taller than me.
Because he's like 4 inches taller than
I
everybody
believe
else.
Jake and I have an ongoing thing that we get mutual shotgun.
Well, yeah, to be fair, Luis should have had shotgun.
But I think that's such a great idea because I want Nick to be comfortable.
But unfortunately, Boy Racer's tight in the rear. It's by design. So, it's not the most comfortable back seat.
We're fine.
It's a
I
tall
just
privilege.
Are we done?
No, I flipped it around because this person in front of us keeps drifting across the lane.
Well, as long as they don't drift across the double yellows.
Oh, well, I mean,
Not with us behind them.
I would go around it. Oh, I think he was trying to edge me out. Didn't want me to try to pass. That sounds about right.
Well, because of the hair and
I thought you were just swerving all over the road.
We have this game we play. Is it a woman? Is what we call.
99% accuracy.
Yeah, if you ever see somebody doing something ridiculous while driving, you ask the question, "Is it a woman?" And then when you catch up to the car, it's always a woman. Every time, it's always never not been a woman.
If it's not a woman, it's a cell
Not
phone.
used to driving something so big.
That's my go-to line. Probably just not used to driving something so big. I like to give them the benefit of the doubt.
I know.
I like to think that people aren't purposely being like a dick or whatever, trying to I get to influence your life some, so I'm going to purposely drive like a tool just to inconvenience you, because that lets me assert some sort of power or authority over a stranger or whatever.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that.
No, in most cases, they're just completely oblivious to everyone else.
Yeah, that's what I like to think. I'd prefer to think that they're just, they're in their own world, and I'm not even a concern.
Yeah, exactly.
But it still drives me insane, because what spurred this whole starting of the camera is we were having a conversation about slow traffic, especially when you get down onto 1 or 2 lane roads where, slow traffic actually starts to impede other drivers. So we're like, slow traffic, keep right. If I was in charge, I would put a slow traffic, keep right sign every half a mile. I'd have cops out just writing tickets.
Absolutely.
For slow traffic, keep right. That's it.
What really pisses me off is when I'm doing 5 miles over the speed limit and a person in front of me slows down because there's a cop. Are you doing anything wrong? Why are you slowing down? Don't slow down. We're doing okay.
Everybody's fine. I don't like police.
Unless you're going really fast, you're more likely to get pulled over for slowing down than for speeding.
You slowed down suspiciously in front of me, so I decided to stop you.
Yeah.
I have this. I figured out something about police that really butters my biscuit, so to speak.
Sure.
The police. These are police I'm talking about. They get a special kind of PTO based off of how many tickets they write. So yeah, they don't get paid a bonus. They don't get extra money. See, that's not what their quota for writing tickets gets them. What their quota for writing tickets get them is paid time off. Special federally funded paid time off. So it's like tax-free paid time off. So you write your extra tickets or whatever, and you get an extra 2, 3, 4 days off a month.
Did I tell you about that police department that got in trouble? I think they got audited. And I forget how many people quit, but it was like they got in trouble because more tickets were written. And I believe there was only 5 people in the department, but more tickets were written than there were. It's something like every day they would have had to have written 10 tickets apiece for each one of the officers. Every day.
Yep.
For an entire year.
Who knew?
The amount of tickets that they have.
Damn.
Police wouldn't be honest about something.
No, police officer can't be dishonest.
Wouldn't that be nice? They should be above reproach. Just like politicians. So right here behind one of these stupid trees, that's right where Clint got snatched up.
Or what?
Clint got snatched up. Cops like to hide behind one of these trees and pick people. There's going to be like a Shell gas station up here on the right side. And there was a cop. So here's a story for you. Clint's driving out to Vegas, much in this time. We'll call it mid-September. And he was flying because it's wide open, right? Nobody on the road. Cop hiding behind a tree. Boom, blows past him, probably doing 10, 15 over the speed limit. Cop doesn't come after him right away, so he doesn't stop at the gas station right there in the corner. Keeps going. Gets pulled over, gets a ticket. Okay. 6 weeks later, he goes online to pay the ticket. Says it's $2,500 instead of $250. So he calls him up and he says, "Yo, I got this $250 ticket, but when I got on your website to pay it, it says it was $2,500." The girl answers the phone and says, "Oh, well, you know, you can come down and pay it in person, or you can pay it online." That's it.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, how many people you think pay for the convenience? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll just pay the extra $2,200 to not have to drive to fucking Wiki Up or whatever podunk ass little
I
fucking
think it
town.
was Kingman.
Oh, Kingman? Okay, Kingman's
And
kind
it
of
was
bigger
on
than
the-
that.
It's after the 40, I think you guys said it was after the 40.
I would have gone to court.
He drove back and then just paid the $250
I would have just
to the
not
person.
paid it. And then when they have a warrant for my arrest, I would have gone to court about it.
Okay. And then paid the ticket?
Had it dismissed. Because I tried to pay it online and I couldn't. They didn't provide me the adequate tools to pay it online.
I don't know. It's probably a little scam this town runs. That was my guess. So I imagine you might have a little trouble selling that to the
I'm not a
judge.
law doctor.
Because it's going to be a local judge, right?
Yeah, probably.
Probably. I've seen these little backwoods county judges. They work part.
Get over unless you're passing, you dumb fucks.
I don't think they want me to pass, is why. And if I remember correctly, as we go up through here, you see how it's uphill? All of the passing lanes are uphill. See, I don't think they want me to pass. That's why they're not getting over. And that's why.
They're just probably ignorant though too.
Well, but again, they're going 10 miles an hour faster now than they were leading up to the hill. I'm pushing 3 1/4. I don't like to go over 3. Oh, merge left. How's that for timing? So I also believe that healthcare should be free.
I agree. Healthcare should.
You know, my wife, she works for a union. She's a florist. She works for the florist union, we call it. And she gets health care. It's $60 a month. And it's amazing. It pays for her and both of the kids, and me, it covers partially 25%. And it's ridiculous. And she only has to pay her union dues, which is $15 a week. And she gets this health care. But the problem is, now we have this health care. And so what it would take to like get the health care, you know, like to buy it ourselves, it's $1,600 a month. So on top of what she makes hourly, she would have to make an additional $1,600 a month at another job to make up for the loss in benefits. And so she's kind of attached to this job. And she's getting pretty sick of it. She doesn't want to do it anymore, but she doesn't really have the option. Because where are you going to get $1,600 worth of benefits?
Right.
You know, even my job, which is a state job, I have the same health care as freaking senators and shit. And my health care, oh my God, it's not as good as hers. It's crazy how good her health care is. But she's basically now stuck in this job, at least while we have kids. You know what I'm saying? Because all the health care together, it's literally $1,600 a month. So I feel like,
That's insane.
yeah, but she's basically stuck at this job because we're never going to find that good of health care. Plus, what she makes hourly on top of that, it ends up being, you know, $40 an hour or something when you put it all together. It's some ridiculous amount, and so we're stuck. What do you do? I feel like if everybody had, instead of endless wars and corporate bailouts, you spend a little bit of that cash on benefits for your people, they could go between jobs a lot easier.
Yeah, because it sucks. I mean, you're looking in jail, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
That's bullshit.
I don't want to say something like slave to the job or whatever, but it really makes it hard to find a comparable job. Because, I mean, she can make the hourly pretty easy, but those benefits, there's no way. You know, like I said, it is. When she had the baby, she missed a couple months of, you have to work a certain amount of hours, right? And so it drops her from the healthcare that month that she doesn't make those hours. And so we ended up having to pay for it out of pocket. And that's how I know it's $1,600 a month. Because it's insane. That's like, and then what's that, pre-tax, post-tax? So if you're talking pre-tax, that goes towards your taxes. So it ends up being more like 20. You know, over the course of a year, it's been 24 grand, 25 grand, just on top of whatever else she's making out. And it's like, that's a lot of fucking benefits. It's a crazy amount of benefits.
And like folks in Canada, like some guy just saw a meme or just some kind of article thing that his wife and him or whatever, they had an emergency, they went in, everything got taken care of, and it was no cost.
Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing.
No cost. All right, Nevada. You take the lead.
And you can get past the second car, so you might as well not go past the first one.
Well, this guy made a big go around me 10 miles ago at the first passing lane. The Kia in front of us with the Nevada plates. I like to call them by their plates. It's funner for me that way. Go back to Nevada.
Where we're going.
Yeah,
He is.
that's literally what he's doing. But I figure if he's got Nevada plates, he probably makes the drive, right? So he'll know when to speed and when not to speed. It's the whole
Tree stumps.
Tree stumps? That's the big ass tree stumps. Trees aren't real.
Trees aren't real.
Trees aren't real.
They're drones.
Spy drones for the government.
God, we can make a drone for a long fucking ass time.
Well, it just.
I saw that a bunch of bird species have been killed off.
Oh, yeah.
Or have died off. And then insects are dying off too in some instances.
So that probably is connected in some way. I actually have a really funny story about Hawaii, right? They were having a rat problem. So some city council got the bright idea that they're going to release weasels that eat rats onto the island to take care of the rat problem, right?
Now they have a weasel problem?
So they got all these weasels and they released them into the wild. And it turns out rats are awake at night and weasels are awake during the day. So there's no crossover between the two. So the weasel actually decimated the wild bird population because they eat bird eggs. And there's all the birds in Hawaii have no defense. And the weasels just climb a tree and eat the nest. And there's nothing the birds can do about it. And so, it's like a tropical island with 1,000 unique bird species.
Yeah.
Or, well, I guess had.
Circle of life, Jake.
Right? So what are they going to do to deal with the weasels?
Gorillas.
They're going to have to bring in some sort of gorilla that survives off of weasel meat to take care of that problem. They don't have snakes. There's no snakes on the island. There's no snakes, there's no poisonous bugs.
Secrets?
Secrets? It's snakes.
Do they have secrets?
What are secrets?
Like a sea snake? I
No.
guess?
No snakes.
Except it's called a sea crate.
Nope. They got moray eels. Well, that's about as far as it goes. Did you tighten that up?
What?
More, would you? There's probably two of them. You know what I'm saying? There's one on the back of this thing.
Switch it to the front.
That's fine.
Just want my hands in front of your camera then?
It's not even. Don't even worry about it. Get it fixed. It's more important. What are you doing your hands in front of the camera?
We can't see it.
There's got to be something there. This way. I haven't fucked with it for a while. I usually have it covered with a hat. I use it as a hat stand.
The 2-lane road's coming out.
There you go. Flip it back around. Perfect. Much better. Thank you, Nicholas.
You're welcome.
Thank you, man.
Sir Nicholas. Turn off real quick.
Hey, girls.
All right, so we're back after a quick stop in Wiki Up for some reason.
Fat burger.
Fat Burger, because they got a Fat Burger in Wiki Up, which is
cleanest C-stores.
yeah, that's true. We stopped by the C-store, one of somebody's accounts,
Not mine.
not mine,
Not mine.
and so we stopped by there,
I have accounts.
got some Fat Burger, and now we're back on that long, dusty road forlorn road to Las Vegas, Nevada. The reason I convened this little taped convo is because I wanted to talk about the next thing we're going to be doing as a group. And I'm not talking about the next property we buy. I'm talking about next month, October. This will be October to all you out there in the internets. Camping is our annual camping trip, which I guess we already did.
It's a biannual.
Our biannual camping trip. We want to go camping next month, is what I'm trying to say.
So
I don't
fucking deliver the baby.
So we need to start planning that trip. And I want you to go, specifically.
Me?
I want you to go, specifically.
You looking at me?
I'm looking at you.
Okay.
You see me looking at you. Don't
Okay.
act like I'm not looking at
Okay.
you.
Sorry, buddy. No,
It's hard to tell. You have glasses on.
Well,
Yeah,
let's
but
just say I'm looking at you.
you can feel
You can tell
Are
I'm
you
looking
talking to me or
I'm not talking to you. God damn it. Well, that time I actually was talking to you.
All right, so you want
You to go.
Leon to go? Okay,
No,
all
fuck
right.
that guy.
All right, so you want me to go for
Camping.
Okay,
For
yeah.
fun, for nostalgia.
Yeah.
Because I like hanging out with you.
Oh yeah.
Because
well,
you
I mean,
missed our last trip.
Okay.
You did.
All right.
So-
Did we make the pizzas?
It's the first time.
Oh, no, that was
It's
over
the
there.
first time Dan came.
Yeah,
That's
it was
true.
the
Okay,
new.
okay.
It was the
20
new
years.
property.
Okay. Okay.
We filmed a special edition of Drinking with the Boys.
I'll go.
In honor of you, I'm sure
What
you
day
watched the
was
video.
It'll be we'll go up on a Friday, and we'll come back on a Sunday,
Okay, I'm down.
and it'll be sometime next month. Yeah, because you haven't watched the video.
He's throwing me under the bus over here.
Well, we can tell you haven't watched the video, otherwise you would know that we were on the new property.
And you would know that the drink was dedicated to you.
It was actually.
Oh, was it? What
Yeah.
was it?
Well, I don't want to get too into it because it's kind of offensive.
Oh,
But
wow.
if you ever watch the video,
Sure. I'll watch it
will you though?
soon.
Will
Like
you?
Today.
Did you watch the last one we made?
I'm not crossing my fingers.
Me and you just made one.
Oh,
What
yeah,
were
yeah.
we drinking?
The
The
Sin.
Arnold B. Palmers.
Oh, yeah. And then we had the sin before that. Something with sin.
So that's it.
Yeah.
So we need to plan our next thing, our camping
What
trip.
date?
In October.
Okay.
My daughter's birthday is kind of the beginning of October, so middle to end of October. And
Before it gets too bitter cold.
yeah, because it gets cold up there. It snows up there.
Yeah,
So
you wanna
basically,
go when it's
October
cooling, but
is
before
our
it
last.
snows.
Yeah, after October it gets kind of cold.
All right.
So sometime in October,
Mid-October, let's say.
mid-October, yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably not.
And would my car make it there?
Your car has a little bit of ground clearance,
Yeah.
then yeah, it would make it. It would be some parts you'd have to go kind of slow,
Sure.
but it would make it.
You'd have to be careful. But yeah.
You got the same kind of ground clearance as Gary's car, right?
I think mine's lower actually.
Well, if push comes to shove, we can rent a truck or something. You know, like we can get one pretty cheap.
Yeah.
And you probably got hookups through your
Why
work.
don't we call it the weekend of the 14th? That's the dead middle of the month.
Because Jackie's birthday is the 17th. So it would probably be either the weekend before that or the weekend after.
Let's do the 7th.
So there you go.
That's fall break.
So,
That's so.
3 weeks away.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
so too close?
Yeah. it's
So let's
close.
talk about the end that's not Halloween.
21st?
So we'll do, let's say the
Or the
21st.
28th.
20th is too
Yeah,
close
well,
to
we'll-
Halloween.
Yeah, well, trick or treating will be Monday. Halloween won't actually be that weekend.
Okay.
You got a Halloween party you go to and
No,
don't
no,
invite me?
no, I don't know.
I was gonna say,
So the 21st we said?
or the 28th,
Oh, okay.
somewhere in there.
Yeah. Okay.
21st.
Yeah.
Call it the 21st, working day. 21st. Go up on a Friday, come back on a Sunday. Is that too much? Is that? I know I can't schedule a lot of time with you,
But
and
it
so
comes
this
out.
is eating up a lot of my princess points.
Oh,
But shake your head. You gonna spend more time with me then?
absolutely.
Remember, you're on
It's,
video.
Oh shit. Yeah,
Oh,
no.
shit.
No, of course. I will be there.
Well, I would like to hope so,
Yeah.
because it's a cool spot,
It's a great spot.
and you own a substantial share
I will
in
be
it.
there to check it out.
It would be nice.
And I want to come back to, so this would be the first September, or, what is it, fall? Fall, is that how we're going to call it?
Oh,
Like
fall
it's gonna
trip?
be a fall and then
Yeah,
spring.
we'll do a spring and a fall
Okay.
trip.
Because that would be better.
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll do both.
that works.
We'll do both.
As long as Nick is going, then I'm down.
Nick went last time. Nick
Oh.
shows up.
Oh, wow.
I'm just saying.
So I missed one thing.
Say what you will
One
about
thing.
Nick. He shows up. You can always, I don't want to say it because it sounds mean, but you can always count on Nick to fill a seat. But I don't mean it that way, Nick. I'm sorry.
Nick.
No. Nick's solid.
We love Nick.
I've been championing Nick to be part of this group for years.
Same here.
Here, flip this around real quick.
Thank you, Nick.
This is why I hate fucking truck drivers. You couldn't put it sideways? That way it doesn't Oh my god, look! You could have fit that
That's
sideways.
so true.
These fucking people.
Well, unloading it would have been a...
Oh, spin it around and then unload it. You're gonna have all the tools and stuff for it.
That's true.
All right, so the 21st, it's going to get down to
That's not
the
bad.
28th will be 37.
So, yeah.
Well, when we went, we were right about that temperature. It was almost freezing that night.
Jesus.
Not
that's-
quite snow yet, but
uh,
just about.
If we go on the
And how was
7th,
the fire stuff and supply?
if we go on the
Oh,
7th,
we got a good spot right next to a fallen down tree.
if we do go on the 7th, it's going to get down to only 50.
Okay,
That's the difference.
Well,
Let's
what'll it be during the
do
day?
7th,
Well, what'll it be during the day?
75.
So, and that's if we go up on the 7th, right?
Well, yeah, we would leave on the 6th.
Okay. The 6th would be Friday?
Yeah.
Okay. So, but if we went on the 21st, what would the high be during the day? Because I'm liking the end of October better than the beginning.
77 degrees,
So
low 44.
guess. What did you just say?
I'm liking the end of October as opposed to the beginning. You
Because
want
it's
to?
colder?
Well, that's
colder.
part of it because
Yeah,
you know the drill.
Well, colder isn't fun at night. Is all I'm saying.
I agree with you. But colder during the day
It'll
when there's
feel
bugs
nicer,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Okay, that all right.
And it's true.
So the 21st
I got a
is
pretty good setup, and I can't say for the cold because we don't really camp where it's actually cold. But you can get another sleeping bag, you'll be fine.
Got it. All right.
I got a cot you can use. You
I
can
got
put a couple
stuff.
blankets.
I think
on
it's
it.
all like your house, actually.
Yeah, I got it all.
That's probably the one I used.
No, you used my extra cot. We didn't bust Luis's out because if I remember correctly, it's a little funky to put together. funky. It's like you put the poles in, right?
Oh, yeah.
The little cross supports. So the two that I have, you don't do anything. You just
Oh.
pop it open and that's it. So there's no.
Yeah, no work. Got it. You hate my.
I do actually. You know, I just went and looked at a new cot because I really want a new. My cot's very narrow, and they have these really big ones. They're expensive, like $180, but it's like 7 feet by 4 feet.
Oh, geez.
Oh,
yeah, that's
man.
like a bed, then.
Oh, it was nice. And when you get on it,
Yeah.
you don't feel any edges. So on mine, my shoulders across are wider than my cot. So if I'm lying just on my back,
Yeah.
I can feel both sides of the cot.
Sure.
You know, because it digs into each
Yeah.
shoulder.
Yep.
So what's nice about this one is,
Yeah, that's 4 feet.
yeah,
That's awesome.
it's plenty of room.
Yeah.
And they had one just on display. It was like Sportsman's Warehouse or whatever. And so I hopped on it, and it was nice.
Very cool.
Yeah.
It
So
sounds nice. I think we do the regular, air mattress that they do, I think.
I'm kind of torn because Nick's got a sweet setup. He's got a foam mattress that's about the same price. And
180.
yeah, how much was yours?
About 180.
Yeah, so it's about the same price, and it's a full-size bed.
Oh,
And-
wow.
Yeah, so and it's what?
It's a little shorter than a full size bed. Not much.
I meant
But
like I didn't mean like
width-wise, yeah.
full size. I
Sure.
meant like it's like an actual the
And
size
it's
of an
just like
active.
It's like a trifle. It's designed to be stored in a closet and
Oh, okay.
like busted out for guests.
Oh, it's nice.
Nice.
It's nice. It's
sounds
nice.
nice.
Yeah, I really like it. But it's expensive too. So I'm torn, you know. Do I want to get this giant foam mattress or do I want to get this giant cot?
Yeah.
And I kind of like the idea of a giant cot, but that foam mattress is probably ultimately more comfortable. I would assume anyway.
Warmer too.
Yeah. But I got a pretty good setup. I got one of those thick rubberized foam mats that they use at restaurants. You know, that's like 2 inches thick. And then on top of that, I have like a fancy carpet. So it insulates me and protects against moisture buildup.
That helps.
Yeah.
Having a big open spot below you, air below you.
That's where I put all my stuff. So all my bags and dirty clothes, my jacket, whatever, I just wedge in underneath. And I have a pretty nice setup because I zip 2 full-size sleeping bags together.
Really, that's the best.
Yeah, so it's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, that thing's, 4 by 8. It's giant. So I put that down and then get inside of it with another sleeping bag. Yeah, oh, I'm telling you, I'm set.
Nice.
And I just need a better thing because my cot, it's not big enough, like I said. It's nice, but it's just, I need something bigger. I need something different. And especially if we're going to start going twice a year, maybe even more, because as we go there and the road gets into better condition,
Yeah.
like you remember I was talking about we'd have to resurface the road.
Yeah.
We could do after what Leon did by himself, because my foot was broken last time we went.
Oh.
So Leon, he basically did almost the whole road in our property.
That's awesome. I'll
Yeah.
help with that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You get a couple of the hard rakes and some shovels and shit.
The hard rake was.
Yeah, that's where it's at. Leon flattened out a big, nice area for us to camp, and then on the road, he basically graded the road for most of the property, maybe half of it,
Nice.
but most of it didn't need it. Yeah.
Tried to even it out. Because there was a big, in the center where the wheels aren't.
Well, the wheels dig ruts, so the middle part where there's no rut.
The high part.
Okay.
The high part of the rut.
Got it.
I tried to level all that out.
So when we went up, it was pretty dry. Right before we went up, it rained a bunch. And their property right past ours, they just brought in a giant excavator and built a new road that
Wow.
goes up one side of the thing.
Sure.
So what was cool is we know we could get big equipment in there, like an 18-wheeler could get in there hauling a giant piece of equipment. But when we drove up, there was huge ruts in the road from where that giant truck carrying that big piece of equipment came through. So we know exactly how deep the road is, but there was a lot of big ruts that we had to kind of wear down ourselves. And it was from that stupid truck. If they would have waited like 2 weeks, the road wouldn't have been
And
muddy.
There were a lot of Mormons that were putting rocks on the road.
It was weird. So I don't know if they were like digging them up and getting them out of the way, but when we came through, there was a group of them walking this way, and everywhere they'd been, a bunch of rocks were like in the road. So I don't know, like I said, it seemed like they were putting rocks in the road. But when we came back through again, I didn't see it. Like I didn't see the spot. So I thought maybe they were taking them out. I don't know. I'm going to say it's because they're religious and Mormon that I'm going to assume the worst. And that they were putting rocks there because they don't want people to travel through what they consider theirs, even though the road's public. All right, so what are we getting close to Kingman?
Not yet. It's like.
Is that what this construction's for?
It's about 20 minutes away.
This is the edge of Kingman?
No.
Kingman's a surprisingly big town.
It hasn't started yet.
I'm just saying in general.
Oh.
I
It
was
doesn't
honestly
look big,
surprised.
and then you realize that the little portion of it that's touching the highway.
Yeah. Once you get around the mountain, it's like, yeah, it's huge.
Bigly.
But yeah, we have to get on the 40 first. Because this would be considered more like the Hulapai Mountains, if anything. Right?
What did you call it?
Hulapai? Those are the mountains.
All right. This is unincorporated Kingman.
Sure. Yes, or not Kingman. Not Kingman.
Hawapala. Hawapala. Hulapai. That don't sound right. That don't sound right at all.
Sounds delicious.
It sounds inappropriate.
Yeah.
Like a girl gets on your face and gyrates her hips or something. They call it the hulapai.
I don't get it.
It sounds disgusting.
But the nice thing is that mountain that's straight ahead of you, that's where the 40's at. So.
Flip it around. I love how many guys are standing around not working.
Yeah.
City jobs.
You know what? We need more tape measures, right, Jake?
Oh my God. I can't stress this enough. The customer service in Hawaii is the worst it'll ever be any place you ever go.
I agree. It was awful.
Yeah, everywhere you go, you get laughed at. Not even expecting bad service, and then they laugh at you when you get it. It's like, why are you laughing?
Yeah, you fucking awful.
You're just being mean at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's literally, you get 100%. And so we were driving by the volcano down one of those dusty highways, and hating lines on the road, and every single line was completely crooked. They did the two lines in the middle, and one would go like this, and one would be straight, and they wouldn't be even, because I guess they had to do them at different times. So it'd be like one would be 3 inches before the other one, and then as we were driving down the street, you literally never saw.
CUP.
What are you guys going on about?
Do you have anything? Do you want half of this?
What is it?
Full throttle. Energy drink.
Gross.
Liquid cocaine.
Just do cocaine like an adult. What are you drinking an energy drink for? What the fuck? You ain't gonna be able to sleep tonight. It's 2 o'clock.
Oh my God, you're such a fucking pussy.
You're gonna drink that now. You'll be up all hours of the night.
How old are you?
I'm old enough to know you don't drink energy drinks in the afternoon.
Well, you don't drink energy drinks in the afternoon if you don't want to go hard that night.
I don't drink energy drinks, period.
I don't drink energy drinks, period.
I do coffee, and then if I need a little pick-me-up, I'll do some cocaine.
I go with soda.
Soda?
And caffeine.
All right.
Girls at my work told me the other girl.
A little blow's always good as well.
Well, I mean, if you ever need a little pick-me-up, it's good advice.
Well, yeah.
Well, okay.
It's not bad. It's a little hurtful. It's not bad advice. Imagine buying property
The
out
rim's
here.
a tough place, Jake.
It's hard on the rim.
It's hard on the rim.
I mean, if I could get fiber and power and water run to my house out here, I'd be down. I'd never leave my house again, but
There'd be you right there.
I'd want further away from the road. But yeah.
Huckleberry Road.
Well, I guess I'd also need to be able to get shit delivered.
You better hope there's what do you call it? You better hope there's Amazon out here.
Yeah.
Better check on that cable service.
I'd have to pay the cable companies to do that myself.
You could get satellite cable.
I want reliable internet. Stay with me, Jake. Reliable. reliable.
What? Satellites aren't reliable?
No, it's not.
The moon's in the wrong place. Cow.
If the moon's wrong. Well, I mean, legitimate satellite internet is slow as shit. If we're talking about something like Starlink, where it's like the low orbit satellite, so it doesn't have the actual like, you're talking like 500 millisecond travel time for your packets to get to a satellite.
Okay.
So you're absurd years.
My car has that.
The problem with like Starlink is a rainy day, you have no internet. A cloudy day, you have intermittent internet.
What if I'm looking at porn or something?
Sorry, buddy, not when the sun's not out.
Yeah, I hope the weather agrees with you. I mean, a little bit of clouds wouldn't be a problem, but like completely overcast, it's going to be intermittent. Overcast with a bunch of rain, you don't have a connection.
Looks like it's been getting some rain out here. It's a lot greener than it usually is.
Yeah.
Which is weird because this is pre-rainy season, I guess. This is end of monsoon.
Well, there was just that hurricane in California.
We need more weather like that. That was weak out here, though.
Yeah, California gets hurricanes like that fairly often. Usually they turn away a little earlier than that one did.
Yeah, no, they don't.
Well,
They said this one was like, there was nothing like this for like 87
California has never had a hurricane.
that's not true.
How does that work?
It was
They just had
87
one.
years ago. They
It's a
had
cyclone.
Here we go.
Originates in the
Oh.
South Pacific, it's a cyclone.
Oh, here we
If it
go.
originates in the
Here we go.
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Yeah, if it originates in the Atlantic, it is a hurricane. What else is there?
Okay.
Oh, you keep saying the one.
Typhoon,
So-
hurricane. What's the other one?
I don't think Nick believes you.
So the thought was Hillary.
Hurricane? No, typhoon?
Well, they were, I'm pretty sure they were calling it a hurricane.
Well, they're wrong.
Tropical storm, Hillary?
Well, it started as a tropical storm.
Yeah,
It
because
got
that's I
upgraded.
thought. Yeah, that's what that's how I thought.
I
It
can
worked.
call a rattlesnake a belt. That doesn't mean it won't bite my dick.
Well, if it doesn't have its fangs, it might as well be.
I mean, a storm is a storm.
All right, so we're coming up on it, right? This is
Yeah, so
probably
you
the
want to
40.
just stay on this road
Okay.
and go.
I'm on the road.
Yeah, just stay on this road.
All right. I said all right.
It's at 128 miles, like 5 minutes ago.
Kingman, Los Angeles, Los Flagstaff. So just keep going, huh?
Yep. Straight
This
up.
road.
This road right here.
Oh, is it going to turn that way?
Yep.
Oh, Jesus. Save me, Jesus. I hate the world and everybody in it.
Welcome to the club.
All right, what are we doing
Stay on this road.
here? All right.
It looked like you were going to turn there.
I almost did, but okay. It's fine. It's fine.
We're good.
Just stay the course. Eat sunflowers.
Whatever you do, don't get off the road.
So yeah, that property's actually pretty sweet.
Nice. I'm
Yes.
looking forward to checking it out.
Did you watch this weekend?
Yeah.
Any good?
I
They
love
cover
seeing
off.
all the I love seeing all of the starships. That was amazing. The Mont Calamari fleet. Oh my god, that was fucking awesome. The medical frigate and that kind of class of ship. So it was really cool to see all that. You know,
Those have always been your favorite ships.
yeah, and it's just cool to see. You know, see them live in part of the New Republic, which is cool.
All right.
But you know, like since I read the books, you know, this is just a completely different outlook on everything. So, but it was good. I mean, Ahsoka was fine. I would say, yeah.
How much of it did you see?
I watched all the episodes.
Oh, okay.
Except I didn't watch the Tuesday one because I was really busy.
Did you watch Andor?
Or yeah. That one was slow to get good until like the very end, but it was fine. What's his name's beginning from Rogue? Rogue One, yeah.
My favorite.
the spy
second
from
favorite
Rogue
Star
One.
Wars movie of all time.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
What's your first?
Empire. Strikes Back, that is.
So,
Oh, okay.
you know, I read the book Death Star, and it was amazing. And you got feedback from the person who who moved that exhaust pipe or whatever that
Okay.
caused the thing.
Yeah.
You got people like, it was just such a good book with multiple different people that were in it with their story of that day, if you will, when he destroyed Alderaan or whatever. So it was amazing. It was a great book. So Rogue One can fucking suck it.
I can't believe they didn't just take the books and
Yeah.
started with the most popular books
Yeah.
and then made those into series.
That would have been
or stories.
amazing.
Yeah.
That would have been.
So you get your
Because you already have
Thrawn,
content that's already
Yeah.
done and written, and all you
And
need
it's
to do is
amazing.
just
and
transform
it
it
already has a
into
huge fan base. And you
Absolutely.
know which ones people
Like
like
the
the
Grand
most.
Admiral Thrawn theme,
Yeah.
Admiral Daala.
X-Wing, the Rogue Squadron.
Yeah, Rogue Squadron.
Yeah,
X-Wing
Amidala.
was the best one.
So the Thrawn series would have been the best. Like,
That would have been a
story,
great one.
but the X-Wing series, I think, would have translated to movies the best.
Oh, absolutely.
Like-
oh my God, with Admiral Akbar, what is it, battle training, if you will, with Wedge Antilles and the, oh God, fuck yeah, dude, it was awesome.
Instead, they
And they
made him go out like a chump.
Oh, because of the, no, well, I mean, there was that one incident, but
He died.
In Rogue One?
No, not in Rogue One.
I've never seen it.
No, in the movie.
What movie?
The second.
Oh,
of
the newest one?
trilogy.
Yeah. It was in one of the. It was either the second newest one or the.
well, fuck
third
those
newest
don't count, those were awful.
I don't know if I saw the
Episode
second one.
6, 7, and, or 7, 8, 9, what are you talking about?
I saw the first one.
They were awful.
And I'm
They were
pretty sure I
goddamn-
saw the last one.
I think it was the third one. It's the one where Princess
It's the
Leia's
second one.
the
It's where-
cockpit gets blown up out of the ship.
Yeah, it's the second one. It's
Second.
where
No, I think I might have
it's
seen
where
that.
Rey is training with Luke at the
But
time.
he unceremoniously dies. Akbar.
He just gets
really
killed in the
early on.
background.
And so
he's
that's
in
okay,
the
so
ship.
that's a
he's
great-
like at the helm.
yeah, and you know what the fucked up thing is that that sucks because he becomes the head guy of the entire
Not
fleet.
anymore.
I know in Legends, I guess
Now
you could call
he's
it, but it
Jet.
was amazing.
Hey, what's
He
that
helped
gas say?
design
Is that
the
409?
B-wing.
Unleaded, yeah, 409.
All right, look, there you go. That's 30 cents cheaper. So where are we? Right outside Kingman?
That's
Gets sucked down.
Yeah, no, what they should have done is they should have got rid of Admiral Holdo, the chick with the really long neck,
Okay,
altogether.
okay,
And then Akbar should have died where he died.
okay.
And then they could have had Akbar crash the ship into the other ship at hyperspeed.
He could like caress a
It's
picture
still
of
stupid, but it
Leia,
would be less
and then-
stupid because it's Akbar.
yeah.
or he could do something where he could, yeah, there you go, flip it. Where are they on this side? Oh, he's turning around. Oh, you think he's just holding up?
Yeah, that's what they do. They like change spots.
Closed up, try and catch you slipping,
Kingman portable toilets.
and catch you riding dirty.
Yeah, don't be too hard on these Kingman guys. Property, I want to say.
Nice.
It's about Prescott, Kingman, and Flagstaff. They're all about 40 minutes away.
And if we ever wanted to rent any excavation tools, Kingman's the closest place.
Kingman or Flagstaff or Prescott, they're all about the same distance. But I think Kingman's right down the 40, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's really easy.
Yeah, well, Flagstaff
Well, so
is
is
too the other
Flagstaff,
way.
but there's more hills and stuff.
Yeah, it's true. Kingman's, yeah, you're right. Kingman's probably the best.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, I said you were right. Well, I
know,
mean,
it's just
I was
weird.
actually
It's like
talking to
to hear.
Louise, but
Oh, son of a bitch.
But yeah, no, that's great. And we were talking about that too. I was talking to my brother-in-law, and he was talking about getting some property like that too. So I was telling him all the things we did and looked at, and you know, it got him pretty excited about it. He's got some excavation equipment experience,
Oh, nice.
which is why I bring it up.
Sure.
So if we ever do something like that,
Rent it. You can come with us.
or you know, just anybody who knows how to do it, because I've never done it. So I think it would probably be more fiscally responsible to bring in somebody that knows how to use it than to try to rent it and do it ourselves. Because we'd have to rent a truck, we'd have to rent the equipment,
Sure.
then
Load it and
yeah,
do
then
it
we'd haul it
ourselves.
out
We
there.
don't know how to do all
Well,
that.
I do know how to load it because I've strapped down like scissor lifts and stuff. That part's not hard. And I've driven them on a trailer, which isn't hard. I just don't like to do it. But it's more actuating the actual equipment, you know, like using the excavator.
Well, plus they'd also know the techniques to maximize like efficiency, like they know
Exactly.
the best ways to do it.
If
and
you
how to
bring
do
in
it.
somebody who does it for a living, I mean, they'll do in 8 hours what it would
That's
take.
not it. Hold on, I take that back.
Okay, so
Yeah.
are we turning on Andy Devine or are we staying the course?
We're gonna stay the course. 3.5
$3.99, Jake.
All right, boom.
At the J.
So Kingman, outside of Kingman, looks like that's where we're stopping.
Denny's.
Your exit is like two exits from here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Andy, Divine, then in Stockton Hill, and then our exit, but it's a
So yeah, we need to know where to stop. Usually we wouldn't make a stop until we got to Kingman, but somebody.
Why? Was that at me?
Was it?
I really had to stretch my legs.
That's fine.
I didn't have to have the burger, but I really wanted to try it.
You didn't have to. You wanted to.
I wasn't disappointed with it.
Not even a little? A little pickly. That fat burger.
And I got the fat burger.
Today was a good day. No blueberry putting up the lights.
I have to use my
Well, there's an infused pre-roll somewhere down
Where?
there. Yeah, there.
Just on the floor?
Yeah.
You're the fucking worst.
What is it?
Does that
Nothing.
make him a worse navigator?
Pulled out his penis. Yes, it does actually.
What, because he has to reach over it, or why?
Because he keeps grabbing at my crotch. It's where he. Oh, I dropped
Does that make him a
it.
good navigator?
No. You're not supposed to distract the driver. You wait till the driver asks.
That's awesome. Hell
Okay,
yeah.
93 to the 68. That's us, right?
Yep.
Fucking twat rocket.
Hey, I'm all about it. Let him get that ticket.
Oh, yeah.
I'll follow him at a respectable distance.
Crosswinds. Next 2 miles.
Somebody's couch blew off.
Jason.
Oh, jeez. Why is everybody slowing down?
Because they're getting ready to exit.
It's still a while, like it's still like 2 miles.
Okay. It's not this one right here?
It's the exit, but it's not. That's not where the exit is.
Oh, it says 1
It's
mile.
just a sign.
Yeah, 1 mile.
Let's try to get around some of these trucks, shall we?
Let's do it.
We shall.
We shall. All right, 1 mile. So if I'm going 60 miles an hour,
It's a minute.
take us 1 minute.
We're going 80. That makes it a minute and 20 seconds.
You're going the wrong way with that one, homeboy.
Shit. 40 seconds.
You're probably closer.
Probably 45.
And it's now you want to get on the way.
All right.
Behind this slow fucking Jeep.
Yeah, Jeeps, well, having driven a Jeep, I can tell you, they're not made to go fast on the freeway. They're made to go over terrain. It was a few years ago. It was the worst ride. Yeah, it was the worst.
Vegas, Vegas, Vegas.
That same one.
So this one right here, the 49, 48?
Yep.
All
Don't
right.
let that jackass in. Motherfucker Jake.
Well, I mean, what am I going to do? Sideswipe them?
No, just don't let her in.
Well, I only feel safe driving so close to the car in front of me. That's why everybody gets in front of me, because I'm only willing to drive so close. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you're that guy?
So take this right.
Yep.
I don't
Yeah.
let people in.
I always leave a respectable distance. It's 1
That's
car
good.
length for every 10 miles an hour. So if I'm going 60, it'll be like 12 car lengths.
I won't let some dumb cunt
Look at
go
that
past
idiot.
everyone
Look
else
at the idiot.
just because they don't want to form
Flip it
a
around.
line.
Right, and I agree with that because it's
Nick,
unfair.
flip it around.
Because if the rest of us are formed in line, the rest of us.
Yeah. Oh, cutting the line's the worst.
And that's
So
And
we're
I,
gonna get
I
this
thought
started.
this is where you guys said Clint
Oh,
got.
$3.99.
This is where you guys said Clint got busted. I was
No.
here because this is the speed trap.
No. It wasn't here. It was like I said. It was that small town before Wikia. It's not even a town. There's like one gas station on the side of the road, and that's like the whole thing's
Well,
clean.
there was no shells.
Well, maybe I was mistaken. Obviously,
There was
I'm
a shell
not.
on the side of the
There
road.
was.
I remember stopping
It was
there.
a shell, but it was on the left side, not the
No,
right
I
side.
remember going there before we left town the last time I went. Or the last time we came.
That's
maybe it
that's
was the
through
Chevron.
Wickenburg.
Alright, I don't know what I'm talking about.
That's fine.
Because if it's on the right hand side, the only shell that's in Wickenburg.
I said I don't know.
Maybe it was a Circle K. I don't know.
Oh, well,
It's not my story. Well, I guess I made it my own, even though it's my brother's story. I do that a lot, it seems.
I don't think there's a Circle K on the right.
Oh, I don't fucking know.
Well, it depends on when you say right. Is he going northbound or southbound?
It would be us coming up here. So
Okay, so
we're
it's
going
Stage
north.
right.
Stage right. No, actual right. Proper right. Which is my right.
What's stage right?
Stage right is if you're on the stage looking out at the audience to the right.
That'd be to the.
That would be
my left.
that would be well. It depends if you're in the audience.
Oh, geez.
Where are you in this scenario?
I don't like your convoluted.
I didn't make it up. I didn't make this world. I just took it.
It's hilarious. Dillard's, eh? They're still around.
Yeah, it's still hanging in there. Remember when there was the account with what's their name?
I had some bad experiences in a Dillard's once.
Why? What happened? Tell us.
Well, I was trying to buy some shoes, and the guys who work the shoe department are pretty predatory. Apparently, they got like sales goals or something they have to make.
Sure.
And if you don't do it for like 70 consecutive days or something, you lose your job no matter what.
Wow.
So there's this one department, it's like the shoe department, where you never make your goal. And so everybody in the shoe department, if you can't get transferred out before your 70 days are up, you just get fired because it's like all done on the computer. Something to that effect. I mean, I'm not 100% because I didn't work there.
Takes down a shoe doctor.
Yeah, I'm not some sort of shoe doctor. But I got into some words in a Dillard's with some shoe guy because I wanted to be left alone. And he really wanted to make some sales.
So this is Bullet City.
No,
This is still
Bullet City is
Kingman.
down the road. That's the freeway to Bullet City.
That's Kingman, you say?
It's what road
This
was
is Kingman.
This is the other side of Kingman.
Yeah,
What was
this-
back that way?
That's
More
Kingman as well.
Kingman's huge. That's what I'm saying. Kingman could probably support 2 Hot Topics. I'd say Kingman's a 2 Hot Topic town.
Two Hot Topics?
So,
Yeah.
see, you take that road
yeah.
over there, and then it drops you in this beautiful valley, and then that's where Bullet City is across the street from Laughlin.
All right. I've been, didn't care for it.
Yeah,
Laughlin, they're all, oh, it's all Riverside and blah, 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 blah.
it's awful.
No, and it's,
I
this
would go
fucking
to
guy.
Laughlin. Everything is gross there.
Yes,
The food
that's
is
exactly what I thought.
disgusting.
And the
all
river was green.
Yeah.
I wouldn't let the girls in the river. Oh, why'd you have to get in front of me?
Didn't you go to Lake Havasu? Isn't that where you went?
Yeah, but I wouldn't
It's
let him get
connected
in.
to the same lake, I
I
guess.
wouldn't let him get in the water there either.
Yeah, that place I definitely.
Yeah, we showed up and I was like, "That's the lake," because we drove past Clearwater to get there, and I was commenting on how nasty Clearwater was. And then we got to Lake Havasu, and I was like, "That's the lake." I wouldn't let him even get close to the water.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even let him walk on the dock next to the water for fear that they might catch
What
something.
is this jackass doing?
I don't know. That's why I was yelling at him for getting in front of me. It's going to take him 10 minutes to pass this fucking guy.
If he does.
If he does, he hasn't
You
made
probably
any.
pass on the right and
No,
cut
there's
you
no
off.
way. I wouldn't drive close enough to make it.
Not with that attitude.
Well, I'm telling you, I wouldn't do it. I'm not going to risk my truck
And
in that kind of maneuver. Well, just say the truck's the
He's
pressure.
talking about the cocaine.
I'm talking about the truck.
I meant
Me and the Mark 1.
tandem.
I'd give up a dozen nicks. Keep my truck safe. It wasn't meant to tickle. Of course, it's the Family Dollar fucking truck. Jesus Christ. You better not. The fucking interior on this thing is awful. It's all like foam. Everything's foam. There's so many burn marks from the previous driver.
Look at the elephant race.
These are the worst. I would call like a hotline right now.
I wouldn't have let him over.
He kinda like-
There's a I have one semi length distance between me and the next car. I don't have a choice. That's how I drive.
Speed up.
That was speed up to what? They
Don't
try to
let him
pass
over.
them on the right.
Don't let him over.
Yeah,
Speed up, don't let him over. Like, fuck you.
No,
That's
I
what
told
do.
you I'm not going to get that close to another car. What if they brake suddenly?
No.
Jake, you will break suddenly.
I will try, but Boy Racer wants to run. It's hard to rein in this beast.
It's a woman driver.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
It's a woman truck driver.
I would definitely
Well,
call it a
now I
hotline.
have seen everything.
Well, you know the
They've been
industry's
around for a
dying.
while.
Yeah. You know the industry's dying. What?
What?
The women truck drivers? They've been
What?
around for-
Flipping
Yeah. It's been like at least. Yeah, it's been.
I didn't
What do
know
you
they
do,
let
Jake?
women drive trucks.
Yeah,
Right. So anything that big. I
Are
got.
we recording still or no?
Yeah, we've been recording this whole time.
You look angry?
No, I'm fine. I was just.
Annoyed?
No, there was a little red button there earlier. Oh, and that's how it indicates
Yeah, if the
Okay,
red
so
button's
press
there,
it, then it's gonna-
then it starts recording.
Motherfuckers.
Well, we go in and out. I don't like to record fully the whole time because then we have a lot of dead space. But usually when we talk about interesting things, I like to pop it on real quick. And we picked and I wanted to get you on film, recorded, saying when you'll go camping, so that I could be like, oh, well, here's your proof. And then I'll play the clip of you being like, okay, the 21st, I'll be there. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Okay.
I got it all on film.
Okay, cool.
This is how I wish we could live our lives. And then I could go through and I would like edit together like, okay, here's us this week.
Yeah.
And then, you know, there you go. I condense everything we do in a week down to like an hour.
Yeah.
And then that would be like, this week on the BB.
Oh, yeah.
Jake makes fun of the boy for having a big head.
Jake, what?
Makes fun of the boy for having a big head.
Oh, nice. His hair's a lot like hers.
Yeah, her color, and she says a lot like her hair, but it's more like my hair,
Oh.
because hers was really curly.
Oh.
She has like curly hair. His hair just gets curly when it's long, like my hair.
I mean, color-wise.
Oh, it's exactly her color.
Well, I think she dyed it recently.
Well, exactly her natural.
Yeah, her natural color. Yeah, that's exactly.
She's, you know, aging as we all do. And she's like, what am I going to do? And I was like, you should just lightly bleach your hair. And then just over the next 10 years, just bleach it more and more. And then by the time you'll just be gray, and it'll be like, oh, you just went completely blonde. And she hated the idea so much because I suggested it, even though it's a great idea.
Sure.
She dyed her hair bright red.
Wow.
Yeah, just like out of spite. I'm like, oh, okay. I like it bright red. She's like, well, you shouldn't have said. Shit. I said your boy's got a big head. Oh, did. Yeah, what can you do?
This is true.
Some sort of waning moon. Some sort of Mexican roadblock. Here, flip this around. You know, she said she doesn't, and she wants to get some sort of IED or whatever, so she can't even have kids if she doesn't want to or whatever. But I have a feeling it's a trick, and she'll say she got it,
Offer to get the snip snip.
and then,
See what she says.
well, no, I'm not going to get myself fixed.
See what she says.
What happens when you take the venom out of a cobra? What do you got? A belt. A motherfucking belt.
Don't actually get the snip. See what she says.
I'm sure she would hate the idea. It's all up. I'm telling you, it's a trick. I know it's a trick. She's trying to steal my essence again. She wants my precious gift, and I won't do it. No matter what, I'm not falling for it again. Even though, to be fair, I knew we would have a baby. That was the point. But she got the baby. I'm not doing it again. I have enough kids. I swear to God.
And how's Jackie doing?
She's doing good. She's got a couple of bad grades. She has an F and a D currently.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And it's stupid too. One of them's in like her video editing class.
That sounds like it just not doing the work.
Yeah, and that's it. There's like 3 assignments and she didn't do one of them. And it's like, oh, now she has an F. It's so stupid. Last year, one of the teachers tried to say, if your kid doesn't do the work in that 1 week, they can't ever make it up.
Wow.
Okay, so yeah, that's why I was like, well, what the fuck? Because after 2 weeks, you only get an update every couple of weeks. After 2 weeks, we got an update, and it's like, oh, she's failing this class. So I'm like, well, what the fuck happened? Okay, let me get the work. I'll make her do it tonight. And the teacher's like, well, my standard is if they don't turn it in within that week, they can never make it up. Okay, so here we are at the end of the year, and most of the kids almost failed this class.
Wow.
He had to let the kids do all this extra credit work,
Right, to get.
yeah, to pass this class. So it's like, you piece of fucking shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so
That's the
stupid.
situation.
They make them do more homework than they do work in school. It drives me insane. It's like, I didn't have homework, not like this, not as a kid. This fucking girl, she's got 2 hours of it every night.
Yeah. Same with languages.
Yeah, it's insane. I mean, she goes to a really good school, but it's like, fucking earn it. Don't make me do it. If it's such a good school, how come I'm having to do this shit? Give me a break. It ain't right. Motherfucking teachers. They want more money. They only work half the year. If you do the math, they work 172 days a year. Exactly one half of the year.
Pretty lucky.
They make pretty good money too. Because I mean, 60, 70 grand starting, something like that, in Tempe. And so, and they only work, they have a 10-month contract, and they technically only work half the year. So it's like, if they worked a whole year, they'd be making, you know, like 120 grand. You could do some side work on your off time, right? You could be doing like a Uber Eats or something like that, and you could probably be pulling in 100 grand a year as a teacher, just by making up the extra time, you know, working. You could be slinging pizzas, and you could probably make 20 grand a year. And then you put that on top of the 75 or whatever, you know, you make base pay. You're pushing 95 grand. You could probably push that into 100 grand. They ain't hurting for nothing. Not that I envy them. Teachers have a rough job.
Good thing to be a teacher.
Yeah, I'm the same way. You have any idea how much? Yeah, I wouldn't do it for that money. Let's just put it that way.
I remember school.
The students
I remember
these days
whatever
are
we put
ruthless,
those
too.
people through.
I don't know how ruthless they are compared to some of the students we went to school.
Yeah, but it's gotten worse, I would say. I mean, I know a couple teachers that, you know, especially with like the cell phone things, because we got that way towards the end, you know, not in the beginning. So, you know, it's just different.
Yeah, that's fair. Kids are into some crazy shit nowadays too. I mean, Jackie's told me some of the stuff that's happening at her school, and kids are dealing fucking vape pens and giving out blowjobs for fucking drugs and shit. It's like, holy fuck! What are you, like 7th grade? The fuck?
Yeah, that's crazy.
But you know, we probably weren't too far off ourselves. It was probably dirt weed back in the day, and only a handful of kids that were actually doing shit like that. I'm sure it's the same for them. You know, there's probably like 5 or 6 bad kids that do like 95% of the crap.
Yeah. They're responsible for like 95% of the stories.
Yeah, exactly. Fluoride, huh? It sounds like an awful name for a town.
Well, this side of town, like further up, it's booming.
Okay.
People are buying land and.
Well, you're kind of far out. Like,
Yeah,
what do
but
you
like
do?
this is like this for some reason, and like the guy from Bosa, he also bought land out here because he's gonna build a Bosa because he's like it's coming that they're gonna like start making this like a very popular area.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. The only thing surprising about it is how far out we are. I guess we're kind of close to Kingman, which would be the closest big town.
Yeah,
Maybe
and
Bullets.
Bullhead and Lawton.
Yeah, but it seems kind of far out for something like that. But I guess we're kind of banking on the Williams Ash Fork area to blow
That's
up.
yeah.
Well, that's why I think we got in at a good time.
Absolutely.
I mean, what 40 acres, you know, are going to be worth 10, 12 years from now? I'm excited. That's what I'm saying. I was thinking about even, you know, going by on the way back, but it's not worth an extra half an hour just to drive by
Yeah,
the
especially
exit.
since we came up on Thursday.
Yes, we always come up on Thursday.
So. Yeah, well, I mean, I always come up on Friday.
Not always.
I've never come up on a Thursday.
Well,
Yeah,
last year you were here on Thursday.
Well, that's because I was here for like 107 days of that week because of that next show. So
just
I mean,
saying.
that's a lot, obviously. But like I was here in Vegas for like 14 days.
That's a
Or something
lot.
like ridiculous.
That's a
It was
lot.
awful.
I could imagine. Vegas is good about 4 days at a time.
Yeah.
Maybe once or twice a
Yeah,
year.
because I was here and then I did the show, and then you guys were here, and then I had to do the rest of the week of the show.
Yeah, that was fun. Just
It was-
buying
I
some
had-
wet blankets. Yeah, I had a pretty good time.
By bad blanket, do you mean Ulysses?
Wet blanket, yeah, I do
Oh,
mean
wet
Ulysses.
blanket. Not bad.
Because that fucking guy, I drove him out there for free and got him a place to stay.
Yeah.
All he had to do was just try to have a good time.
Yeah.
And I get it, I guess. But, you know,
I guess people cope with shit differently.
right?
You know, the rest of us got over it real quick. I'm just kidding.
We get it, your marriage is falling apart. Move on. So, like I was talking about camping,
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I'm just not that emotionally available. You know, I don't think much of us are. I'm more of a let's go out and have some
Well,
fun.
it also depends on, like, you know, because we're support for other people as well,
Mhm.
right, in our lives.
Yeah,
In different aspects of this. So, I mean,
that's fair.
yeah,
So-
like, you know.
I'll help you bury the body, but I ain't letting you cry on my shoulder.
What is it?
So I'll help you bury the body, but I ain't letting you cry on my shoulder.
Oh, hell yeah, that's awesome.
There you go. Yeah, like I said, I just don't have the spectrum or the range or the emotional well to deal with.
Plus,
other
it's always
people's
more,
stuff.
it's easier to have fun than.
Yeah, exactly. It's a lot. I feel like I get a lot more out of having a good time. You know, because it's like releases endorphins and does all this, you know, stuff. Proven that all this stress relief is what helps you live longer. I'm telling you, you take 10 vacations a year, fucking live forever.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Oh, I'm trying. I want to go out of town once a month. I haven't quite got there, but I am. I said I haven't quite got there,
Oh,
but I do at least about 6 or 7 things a year.
that's awesome.
Yep. That I would consider vacations. Going out of town, getting a hotel room, traveling some distance, usually many hours.
What is this little red thing?
Looks like an old James Bond car or something.
Great old Ferrari.
It's
Something.
tiny.
Yeah, it is.
Should have flipped that around so people could have seen. I don't know.
Oh, we're totally driving.
The guy just got blown by the boy racer. And I love it. Usually we'll flip it around because you find some big ass truck lifted. You know, oh, look at how big it is. And it doesn't even have 4-wheel drive, and then I just blow by it. It's like, okay. It's a cute truck.